it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with my October TBR video. You might notice the new setup. We did switch our office and guest room around. I have both of my bookshelves on the same wall, which is great. John has his own bookshelf, which is also great. So yeah, we are getting things together. So everything on the other side of the camera is a disaster, but at least this is coming together somewhat nicely. So for October, there's not really a theme or anything like that for my October TBR, mostly because my September reading did not go as planned. I will be filming my September wrap-up probably in the next couple of days, so you'll get to hear a little bit more about that coming up. It's not that I didn't read in September, I just didn't read most of my September TBR. So what I decided to do was kind of carry over a few of the books from September into October, because they're all books that I want to get to. I just didn't do it in September. So let's hop into the books that I will be attempting to read in October, unless I have another month like September where I just want to mood read. So the books that I am carrying over from September. The first one is a book that John picked for me. It is The Demon King by Cinda Williams Chima. This was a book that he had picked for my September TBR. He says it should read pretty quickly for me. It's 500 pages, but the font's big, and he says it's pretty action-packed. It's a YA fantasy. So I decided to carry this over. I am carrying over The Escape Room by Megan Golden. My mom and I are going to buddy read this, so I need to chat with her about when she wants to read it and how we're going to break it down. But I've been really excited to read this, so I definitely wanted to prioritize this. And it's like a thriller, so it should be good in October. We'll see. I'm carrying over The Raven Tower by Ann Leckie. This is one of the books that one of my pups picked for me. It's been on my TBR once before, and I just didn't get to it in September. So I decided to give this a shot and hopefully get to it in October. This is a standalone fantasy, I believe. John said I should enjoy it. The hardest part is that this book is written in second person, so he says that takes a little bit of getting used to, but other than that, he thinks I will enjoy this. And then the last book that I am carrying over from October is Michael Connelly's The Scarecrow. I drew this out of my TBR wine glasses of books that I need to get to that have been on my bookshelf for a really long time, and I just didn't get to this. I'm thinking this might be a good October read as well. It's like a courtroom thriller. So yeah, so these were all books that I had on my September TBR and I haven't gotten to yet, so I need to prioritize these. Now I do have some new books that I also have for the month of October. So the first one is book 3 in the Faithful and the Fallen series, Ruin. I just finished Valor, which was on my September TBR like 2 days ago. So I just finished this, and I made a deal with John because John picked out, along with The Demon King, he picked out 2 other books that were the first books in series. And I was like, John, I cannot start 3 more series. I'm in the middle of like 5 or 6, if not more. So I said, you know what? Instead of reading Lives of Locke Lamora and Half a King, is that what it's called? Yeah, Half a King. I just continue on with the Faithful and the Fallen series because I'm really enjoying it. It's just, the books are huge. This one's like 750 pages, which is 100 pages more than Valor, and it took me like 3 weeks to read Valor. So I'm going to prioritize this because there's only this book and one more, so I could finish this series by the end of the year if I really set my mind to it. So he agreed that I could do that instead of reading the other 2 books he picked out. So ruin. 750 pages of fantasy. I can do it. I just don't know how much else I will get to, but we'll see. Then I have 3 library books that I checked out because earlier this past week, I was getting really stressed out at work. And so I wanted to surround myself with books, and the library, my town's library, is like 8 minutes away from where I work. So I started browsing the shelves and I came back with 3 library books. So those are now on my TBR, but they all should read pretty quickly. The first one is Nantucket Nights by Ellen Hildebrand. Then I have Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. I've been wanting to read some Christina Lauren. I know a couple people have said this is a really good one here on BookTube, so I decided to give that a go. And then this one is purely, it just caught my eye. It's called The Cherry Cola Book Club by Ashton Lee. I know nothing about it. It just kind of caught my eye. So I kind of stress borrowed these, which I guess is better than stress purchasing. But yeah, so I need to read these. Then I have 2 books that I picked mostly because they are more Halloween-y, more October fall-y. So the first one is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I set myself a goal to read a classic a quarter, and I've never read Frankenstein before. I figured October is a great month to do it, so I'm going to read Frankenstein. And then Stephen King's Misery. I've heard a few different people on BookTube talk about it. I think the first person I heard talk about it is Pints and Paperbacks. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. He's a big Stephen King person, and he was talking about it and really made it sound interesting. And then I believe Murphy at Murphy Napier also read it, and I decided to give it a try. I've read The Shining, and I read Stephen King and Owen King's book Sleeping Beauties, and I enjoyed both of them decently. It's about an author who gets kidnapped by his biggest fan, and the fan is upset with something that he is doing with one of his characters in this series of books, and so she kidnaps him and makes him write the book the way she wants him to, or something like that. It sounds really interesting, so I decided to pick this up and read it in October because Stephen King is a good author to read in October. All right, so here are the, how many is this? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, here are 10 books I'm hoping to get to in the month of October. It's not completely out of the realm of possibility. I read 9 books in August. Really, it just depends on how stressed out I get at work. Because when I get stressed at work, I either completely abandon my TBR or I just don't read at all. So hopefully I just stick to this. We'll see what happens. So let me know down below if you've read any of these books, what your thoughts are, which ones I should definitely prioritize, and let me know what you're reading in October. Also, let me know your favorite Halloween or fall read. I know a few people have posted videos about it, and I've been really loving watching these videos and getting in the Halloween and fall spirit. It's still I think right now it's 75 degrees here in Connecticut. Yesterday was really warm as well, so it doesn't feel like fall just yet, but it'll get here soon enough, and I don't want to rush it because after fall comes winter, and then we get snow and stuff, and I'm a Texas girl. I don't love the snow. So yeah, let me know what books you are reading this fall season. Anyways, until next time, happy reading. Bye!